Okay, so we're going to look at contacts, and it's important to know what contacts are so you know how to use it. So contacts are anybody who has contacted you. So if they've sent you an email, requested information, filled in a form online to download your ebook, if they're customers that have made a booking, if they're anybody who's interacted with you, Wix calls it a contact. And from your Wix home screen, you go to contacts down here and then onto contacts. And it will bring up that full list of contacts. That's everybody in your database. So these people could be patients, clients, customers, bookies, inquirers, absolutely everybody will be saved in this list. Now, one thing that puts people off of using Wix for contacts, and they use systems like Practice Better and all these different things, is because it doesn't seem very tailored for what they need and what they do. That's because out of the box, it kind of comes blank, so you can customize it and use it for what you want to use it for. So the first thing to notice is that all of your contacts are displayed here for you to click on. And if you want to search for a specific contact that you know, you type in their name and it will search. And it will bring up an overview, and you can then click on view. And it will open that contacts record and file. Now up here, you have an option to edit the contact. When it loads, and you've got all the options here to put in their address, who it's assigned to, who they've been referred by, their date of birth, etc. Now, two things to note with Wix, and that is email addresses. So Wix uses email addresses to link contacts together. So it'll only let you have a contact with one email address. So you can't duplicate the email address in the database. Where this becomes a problem, potentially, is if you've got two clients that are sharing the same email address or parental email address. If that happens, normally people will have a second email address. You can ask them and just explain to them. If not, then a workaround is to record both patients or clients on the same file. Here you've got a subscription option for email, and that's whether they're subscribed to your newsletter or not, or whether they've unsubscribed. So if you know when you set them up that they have subscribed, you can click subscribed. Their phone number appears here if they've entered it, and anything they've entered via forms or bookings will automatically fill in here, and you can fill in any additional gaps. Assigned means who it's signed to in terms of member of staff. So you can pop that in there, and as you grow and scale, you can assign contacts to different people. And you've got a label here. Now labels are really useful and important because, as I said, Wix just puts into contacts everybody who's ever had any contact with you or that you've added to the system. It won't segment whether they're customers, whether they're toddlers, whether they're fitness people, whatever they are. So you can add labels to a contact. So for instance, you've got some to choose from that it will set up. So you could say, right, this person is a customer. If you haven't got a label there, if it's the first time that you've thought or used this label, click on add label and type in what you want. So for instance, you might say parent. Okay. Whatever it might be, you can then use that label in future to assign it to the same people with the same characteristic, and then you can search by them, send them emails just to that demographic, whatever it may be. So labels are really useful for when we look at marketing further on. Now, say there is something that you want to record for every contact in your database. So it might be the name of their GP, it might be their current weight, whatever it may be. If there's something that you want a box to record for everybody, as you go through, you can click add new field. And if you do that, and then click on custom field. It will say what type of field do you want to add. So we're going to say a text field, and we give it a name. So current weight, and we click add. And what it will do is it will add on to your contact database that field. So what we do is we click save. And then we close it down. If you go back into edit it again, you see current weight is now added as a box. So I can put that person's current weight in. And you'll be able to do that for everybody that is on your contact database. It becomes a box that's available for everybody. So you can add these custom fields, as many as you like, to build up your database and make it exactly what you need to record for your business. Let's look at some other options then. So you've got some options up here. This is where you can create an invoice, send them a quote, add a task, sell them a pricing plan, or write a note. Okay, so that's some quick options, and you've got an option here to send a message. Any labels that you've assigned to them are accessible here, and if you want to add a label, you can click a label here, and we can add a label on as well. Attachments, so you can attach a file here, and it can be any type of file that you want to attach. So if I go into desktop, and we'll just attach a file, let's attach this one. So let's say we just want to attach that file. So attachments, you can attach documents, PDFs, anything you like at all, images. Attach a file here, and they'll then be listed over here, and then when you want to view them, you click on the little symbol next to it, and it will open it up for you to view. Or you can download it as well. Site member here says whether they are a member of your website, if they've actually logged in to create something, purchase something, and if they've got a username and password set up. Now, if we go back to the top, you've got a panel here which is task and reminders. So this is where you can add a task that only you can see to remind you to do something. So you can add a task for that client as something that you've got to do or achieve. So it might be that you finished a session and you want to put a reminder there. Activity log here tells you everything that's happened with that client. So messages back and forwards, appointments booked, appointments attended. It gives you a full audit and activity log down there. If we go to inbox, inbox shows you all the messages sent back and forth to that client, and it gives you an option to send them email, chat or SMS messages as well. Check out the video on inbox settings. This is just a abbreviated version for that client of how to send them messages back and forward, and it's a great way of sending them notes, follow up from sessions, etc., so they can see it. Here you've got notes, so you can add notes about the client in here. So you click there and click new note. So you could write up of session notes today, and then you can just type in whatever notes you want to put in. Okay, it's got a type over here which says meeting summary or call summary. You can use that just to identify your notes. Now when you click done, your note will be saved. This won't be viewable to your actual client here. It's only you can see this. So if you want to send those meeting notes to your client, you can copy and then go to inbox, select it as an email and paste it in, and then you can add any other salutation or message that you want, and when you're done just click send. Going back to the top, up here we have invoices. So any invoices that have been sent to that client from the system will display here. So you've got a track of all the invoices sent and whether they've been paid or they're outstanding. Here you've got orders. So if they order anything from your online shop, if you've got an online shop set up, any orders will display here. And then you've got bookings, which are a complete history of any appointments booked and whether they've been paid, whether they're coming up. And you can also use this button here to schedule a new session with a client. Subscriptions are if there is any reoccurring charges for that client, if they've got any monthly memberships, if they've got any packages, pricing plans, they'll come up here, and again it will show you the date that they're due, etc. So that is an overview of contacts in Wix. Use it, customize it, play around with it. You've got all of the key functions there that any other system has got. You've got messaging, you've got notes, you've got invoicing, you've got history, attachment for files. It's all there. It probably just looks a bit different to what you're used to. And because it's quite a clean layout, it looks a bit sparse, but actually, trust me, everything is there that you need to run your business and to record client notes safely and successfully without having to pay for an outside CRM system or practice management system. That's it for today.